Could this be my favorite Topo shoe that I've tried so far? This is going to be a 150-mile review of the Topo Mtn Racer 3. By the end of this, you're going to know whether this is a shoe that you should skip or maybe you should buy. Now, I am not the ginger runner. I am not a tech guy by any means. I don't know what the difference between uppers and midsole, but what I can tell you is that I have through hiked the Wonderland Trail in these shoes, and I've done multiple long trail runs in these shoes as well. So that's the experience I'm going to be speaking about in regards to these shoes. The first thing I want to touch on is durability. If you've watched my channel before, you know that I have got rid of all of my Altra shoes because their durability was terrible. And that's one of the things that this Mtn Racer 3 excels in. Now, I'm 150 miles in, and the tread is great on it still. We are getting a little bit of separation from the top of the shoe here, but nothing that I'm that concerned about or that a little glue honestly couldn't fix. And the rest of the shoe is great. There's no rips in it. The tread is still on it. It's not scraping off like what happened with some Altra shoes in the past. There is one thing about the durability that I'm going to come to a little bit later in the video, so hold on for that. Let's move on to grip. So if we're looking at the outsole of the shoe, I'm getting technical here. Wow, who am I? We got the Vibram sole on the bottom, and that's why I went with these Mtn Racer 3s. I had the Ultra Venture 3s before this, and I just wasn't really satisfied with the grip. It was a good shoe, it's just that the grip wasn't that good. Now, if you're looking at the grip on this bad boy right here, you can tell that's an area where it can shine. And after 150 miles, these things are still going real strong. I've used these from anywhere from the Wonderland Trail to extremely rocky trail runs in Colorado for 14ers. And again, the tread is doing really well. It's very secure, which is something that I needed on these 14ers, and it's not wearing down. So that's a really good sign. Next is our toe box. One of the reasons why I love Topo is because they have a wide toe box, just like Altra. They're just more durable. And so the Mtn Racer 3 has a giant toe box, and compared here to the Altra Lone Peaks and older version, it looks almost the same size. So plenty of foot splay with that. Something that is critical for me when I'm running. I don't like my feet bunched up. I can't do shoes like the Hoka because they're just too narrow in the foot. I get blisters, and unfortunately that's what happened when I had to switch to them on the Colorado Trail a few years ago because my Ultras blew out. Next is cushioning and stability. So this has 3 millimeters more cushioning than the Mtn Racer 2. I haven't used the Mtn Racer 2, but more cushioning is always typically a good thing in my book. I still feel like with this shoe as a runner, I can still feel rocks, and you kind of have that sensitivity that you would have in a Lone Peak, but there is a little bit more cushioning. You also have a 5 millimeter drop as well. So you are still able to feel around. I would say it's kind of in a mid-range. I wouldn't say that you need a rock plate with these shoes, but you definitely have the sensitivity if that's something that you want to have when you're running. And going back to Hoka's, when I was wearing those, it was basically like I was in a moon shoe. This, I feel like, gives a good overall feel to whatever it is that you're running or you're walking in. The next is the design. I think this looks better than the Ultra Venture 3s that I had, which was like the blue and yellow. I like this black, and that's one of my qualms with Topos. I'm still not crazy about their little emblem here. I don't know. It looks like I'm a 7-year-old kid when I'm wearing these shoes, I feel like, but they work, and that's the problem is I like them. So just switch the design, Topo, for the love of God. The only other area for critique that I have right now, my Topos seem to wear out here in the heel. So you can see where it's just almost like a hole in the heel. Now, this is only in my right shoe, but this also happened in my Ultra Adventures, albeit this was about 300 miles down the line. But they do seem to wear out their insoles quite quickly. That is really my only qualm with this Mtn Racer, but it is something that I have noticed with Topo in general. Maybe that's just because I am a heel striker, so just be aware. I'd love to hear your guys' experience with the Mtn Racer 3 below, and if you're planning on getting them or not. If you feel like it deserves it, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not. We'll see you for the next one.